What's up, nerd family? Hey, Enosh here, and before we get into our reaction video to the Freddie Prince Junior thing, I wanted to just kind of come to you all and preface a few things. You see, this Freddie Prince Junior thing has everybody in an uproar, taking sides, and it's really brought things to a head, I feel. And so you're going to see a side of me in this video that's very, very passionate, and you're going to see me kind of say things in a way maybe you've never seen me say them before. And so I wanted to come to you, and I wanted you to know that I love you all. I love everybody. I don't have a problem with anybody. If you didn't like The Last Jedi, that's fine with me. I don't hate you. If you've been around the channel, you know everybody's opinion is respected here. We love everybody. Everybody is listened to. Nobody is hated. I'm not mad at anybody for not liking something. There are a lot of things in Star Wars that I don't like. There's a lot of choices that have been made that I don't like and I don't appreciate. But I still love Star Wars, and I'm very passionate about Star Wars. You see, I've surrounded myself my entire life with Star Wars. Star Wars is not just a movie to me. Star Wars is a part of my everyday life. Everywhere I go in my house, there is Star Wars. In my living room, there's Star Wars. In my bathroom, there's Star Wars. In my kitchen, in my dining room, in my toy room is Star Wars. Even in my bedroom, Tiff-tastic has our bedroom filled with Star Wars. I love Star Wars, folks. And I get upset when I see people trying to take advantage of a situation and get people riled up just to get subscribers or to get, ad revenue and things like that, and doing these videos that are just trying to tear Star Wars down and tell people to boycott Star Wars and get rid of Star Wars. Because here's the thing, Star Wars is like the weather. It'll change. If you don't like something now, just wait a minute, because there will come something eventually that you will enjoy, that you will like. Trust me, it will happen. We've got so far over 40 years worth of Star Wars, and you may not like it all, and you don't have to. But just love Star Wars. And so that's why I wanted to come to you today, because I wanted you to know that I'm not mad at anybody, but I feel dispassionately about this. I don't want it to go away. When you love something, you don't try to tear it down. You try to make it better. You try to see the positive and move on. I love Star Wars, and I always will, and I hope you do too. All right? So let's come together and be a great fandom for a great property. Here we go. Hope you enjoy the video. What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with the lovely
Tiff-tastic.
and of course,
Landon Calrissian.
and
Isaac Juan Kenobi.
And if you can't tell, we like Star Wars. We're pretty much into Star Wars. And today, we're talking about a very important video that came out that we're very interested in, because apparently it's driving everybody to the brink of madness.
We heard about it first actually on the live flash stream from Caleb, so thank you for letting us know about that to see this awesome piece of work.
So we're going to react to that, but before we do that, first of all, let us just say, welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. If this is your first time to the lounge, just know this, the Poindexter Lounge is
a place for nerds.
That's right, it's a place where you and me and all of my family and crew can get together and talk about the things that we love, like Star Wars,
heck yeah.
right? Like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys.
A little bit of everything.
So much more. That's what we do here on the channel. And if that sounds like you and the kind of thing that you like, then please hit that subscribe button so that you can become a part of this growing community. Also hit that notifications bell so that you know what?
When you put out videos, which is
all the time. That's right. We put out videos all the time. We're constantly pumping out content for you guys because we love you and we love doing it. And so please do that. Also give us a thumbs up so that YouTube will know that you watch the video and that you like the video.
Hey,
and
I think you're a nerd. You might find these guys pretty cool.
Yeah, and you'll tell somebody else about this nerdy place, and we can all be one big nerd family together. All right, guys. So here's the deal. So I hear there's some language in this, so I will let you know up front. I'm going to mute out any F-bombs that
Which
are
might
apparently
hear like Morse code.
Which I'm not going to beep them out. I'm just going to probably mute them out because of that, because I hear that there's quite a few in this. But I'm very curious as to hear what Freddie Prince Junior has to say about this. And without further ado, here we go.
I did a Star Wars cartoon, so even I get hate from Star Wars fans when I'm like, look, dog, you're just mad the franchise isn't aging with you.
Look, dog.
But that ain't how it works. The first one was for fun. kids. Right. The second 3 were for different kids, and this one is for kids. You just pissed off that Han Solo gave the Millennium Falcon to a girl.
Yes!
That's it. Because Luke Skywalker's Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty. Yeah. Okay, he can talk to things that don't speak English and understands what they're saying. He gets a fairy godfather instead of a fairy godmother who teaches him how to be the best Jedi in the world in no time flat. And everybody, like, I know more about the Force than most people because Dave Filoni taught me and George Lucas taught him. And all these video games have pull up on what the Force is. Like, Luke's skill doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses. Right. The Emperor doesn't dictate whether he wins or loses. The Force dictates who wins or loses based on balance. And here's the quick version on how to explain it to all these people who think they get to decide. In the first if you want to do this like time-wise, Palpatine, you would say, and Yoda are the smartest too. Palpatine clearly smarter because Yoda was blind to the power of the dark side and the seduction of Anakin. So let's talk about the seduction of Anakin Skywalker for a second. If the Emperor is the smartest dude in the universe and knows that the Force dictates this, if he kills who he sees as a rival, Anakin, then he knows the Force is just going to correct that because the Emperor knows this. These are George Lucas's words, not mine. So you if you disagree with that. Straight up, this is information, not affirmation time. Straight up, man.
Yes!
So the Emperor knows that. So instead of
Preach
killing
it, Freddie.
Anakin, what does he do? He seduces Anakin to double the strength of the dark side. So then what does the Force do? Balance. It balances us. How? It gives us twins, Luke and Leia. 2 and 2. Balance. And if you look at the movie through just that simple perspective, you will not only know why every single bad guy loses and every single good guy loses, you'll know who's going to win and lose in the next movies. I can tell you, I just don't want to wreck it. People bitch about the dumbest shit like it's archetype characters. This is George Lucas's words. There is no Jack Bauer in Star Wars. That character doesn't exist. It's not Han Solo. Han Solo's a reluctant hero.
Yes.
He's a reluctant hero. That's the archetype.
Yes.
Darth Maul, where everybody wants to win, and he's everyone's favorite because he looks sick and he's great in the video games. Does look cool. You guys, he's Sisyphus. He is born to fail. Learn your Greek mythology like, I don't know, George Lucas did.
Yes!
First to roll a boulder up the hill, only to have it roll to the bottom again every single time for eternity. Yes. That is Darth Maul's quest. Yes. He's in on the joke, you guys. He knows it. He's just cursed to live that life. Again, not my opinion. George Lucas's. So go yourself if you disagree. You don't get to level up in the Star Wars world. That's a video game. There's no such thing as a gray Jedi.
Yes!
Says, I turn towards the light because it's
there.
There's no gray. There's no that's pretend fan fiction, which is cool, but don't try to canonize it because it doesn't work. And I'm never gonna.
He knows his stuff.
Ever. Star Wars is for kids. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow. Minus the F-bombs.
Oh my
gosh. He
gosh.
got that right. He knows his Star Wars stuff.
Yes! Can I just say yes, 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 and more yes? Oh! He just said... Look, I don't use that kind of language, all right? But I'm telling you right now, that man just said everything I have been feeling for the last... God knows how long, ever since The Last Jedi came out, and everybody lost their crap about it, and acts like Star Wars sucks now, and everybody's so negative about Star Wars. Thank you, Freddie Prince Jr. I never thought that I would love Freddie Prince Jr. this much. Freddie, you are awesome. Oh my gosh.
Light Jedi man crap. I mean, oh, sorry, that doesn't exist.
Oh my gosh. Oh my, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, seriously. This crap has got to stop. Learn
your Greek mythology.
That's exactly it. George Lucas, all of this stuff is right in there in everything George Lucas has ever said, has ever done, has ever put out. He says stuff, but people don't listen to George. He's like, it rhymes, it goes along. It's like Greek mythology. It's a tragedy. It's this, it's that, and people are just like, oh no, we just want to see Luke Skywalker bring down Star Destroyers and stuff. That's exactly what he said. That's video game crap.
You only got so many womp rats.
Look, it's fine. It's fine for video games. It's fine for all that stuff. Would we all, like, fanboy out if Luke did that or if somebody did that? Sure.
But this, I mean, I get it. I'm getting excited just watching him. I mean, like, I've seen some comments of people just like, oh, he's an idiot because he's like all mad and he's all frustrated. No.
They don't know where his anger's coming from.
This right here is just a man who's passionate about something, and before you guys start
Who was in the Star Wars universe himself.
Before you start saying stuff like, oh, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's just saying that the fans are stupid. He's not saying that. That's not even what he's saying.
Rewatch it and listen.
He is saying, look, you know, yeah, he knows. I saw people, and I wondered what it meant, but yeah, he knows more about the Force than you do. Okay? Yes, he knows more about it than me. You know why? Because he freaking worked for Lucasfilm.
And Filoni.
Filoni was George Lucas's right man. All these people these last couple months going, oh, poor George Lucas had to sell Star Wars, and Darth Disney just took it away from him. Just took it away from him, forced him, and Bob Iger's so evil and bad and mean, and they took it away from him, then they didn't even let him do anything with it, because he sold it. He sold it, for goodness sake. When you sell something, you don't get to dictate what they do with it. He sold it. But everybody's all like, yeah, you should have let George have it. Even though George was going to have another 3 movies about midichlorians. I love George Lucas. I absolutely love George Lucas and what he gave us in Star Wars. But did you really... All these people are like, it would have been so much better than Disney's Star Wars. Bullcrap. Nobody wanted to see 3 more movies of midichlorians, all right? You know what? You piqued my interest when he was talking about the wills, because that was something that was in the original screenplay and in the original stuff. But you're going to start talking about midichlorians again. I'm sorry, but nobody wants to see that. Nobody cared about that.
Oh my gosh.
But all of a sudden everybody cares about George Lucas until this man stands up right now, Freddie Prince Jr., and tells you, this is what George Lucas thinks. This is what George Lucas has been saying for all this time, and you all just want to gripe and moan and complain and say Star Wars is horrible, and you got these YouTubers who are just out here making nothing but videos saying everything about Star Wars sucks now, that they hate Star Wars the way it is. The next movie, The Rise of Skywalker, could cure cancer, and you know what? Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers would come on and go, car video, it's a horrible movie. You know what? It's okay. It sucks. Stop it! Stop it. If you love Star Wars, stand up for Star Wars. Fine. Say what you want to say. But you know what? Wait till the freaking trilogy is done and then look back on it and go, was it good? Was it bad? What did I like? What did I not? Everybody's like, I demand to know exactly whose Rey's parents are in The Last Jedi. No. It's the second stinking movie. Who's Snoke? They didn't tell me in The Last Jedi? Well, then, you know what? I'm never going to watch Star Wars again. I don't think I'm going to watch The Rise of Skywalker because I don't care anymore. Well, good for you. Because you know what? I'll go see it another time for you, okay? There are so many of us, I'm going to let these people talk, but there are so many of us.
I think you cleared all of it.
Hashtag I stand with Freddie.
This right here ignited something in me because I have wanted to put out a video for a while now and just haven't had the time that dealt with this crap. And now it's all coming out. Because you know what? If you don't like The Last Jedi, that's fine. I still love you. I still care about you. That's fine. Everybody's got their opinions. There's Star Wars movies that I don't like. But I'm not calling for the boycott of Star Wars about it, okay? If you're calling for the boycott of Star Wars because you didn't like one movie, or you don't like Disney, or you don't like what they did with it or whatever, shut up! Shut up! Stop with that. Do something positive with your life. Get over all that.
It's true.
And wait for the next movie, because eventually something will come around that you will like. You know, all of a sudden now everybody's, flipping out over The Mandalorian. I like The Mandalorian. Well, no duh, because if you wait 5 seconds, it's like Michigan weather. It'll change and you'll find something that you like. I respect everybody's opinion, but I'm so sick of people trying to tell me that somehow I'm an idiot because I like The Last Jedi, or because I like Star Wars for what it is, that I find something good in everything.
Apparently Kanan does too.
Yeah, he was freaking Kanan. I literally had somebody tell me, oh, well, he's just a mediocre voiceover guy who, had a small part. No, he didn't. He played Kanan Jarrus for 4 years on Rebels. Rebels was a huge deal. And I will say this, there was more talk of the Force and what it means and diving deep into the deep meanings of the Force because Dave Filoni went there.
Foreshadowing what happened with Luke in the last movie in Rebels because of what Yoda did.
Yes. All that was in
You're welcome.
was in Rebels. It dealt more with the Force than the movies ever thought of doing. I mean, it got into it. It showed exactly what it was.
And they had the cute little loaf cats.
So
Just
you know
throw
what?
that out there.
So you know what? Yeah, Freddie Prince Jr. Never thought I'd ever say this in my lifetime, especially back in the 90s. Freddie Prince Jr. knows more about Star Wars than you do.
FPJ.
Because he was there. He works for these guys. He is a part
He knows
of this
what he's
universe,
talking about.
all right? When you start hanging out with Dave Filoni and George Lucas, you come back to me and tell me what they feel. Or make your car video and tell me what you think that really is going on.
Deal.
This bull crap. Yeah. This is amazing. Like you said, hashtag I stand with Freddie.
Yep.
If you got a problem with Freddie, I don't know what to tell you because this right here was dead on and you apparently can't handle the truth. What do you think?
You remind me of that commercial from the thing where he's like talking. He's like, "What do you guys think?"
I think he covered it.
Yeah.
I don't even know why we're here.
I have the same passion, only like on this tiny little bottle. But I agree with him, minus the F-bombs because we are a different kind of family here. But even with them, I understand where the F-bombs are coming from because he's trying to make a point.
Yeah.
He's trying to stand up and say something and being, look, people, this, and this. I actually agree with him, and I back him. So.
That's not an attack on Star Wars fans.
No, it's not.
I've seen people like, oh, he's attacking the fans.
No,
and
he's
y'all
not.
make your videos here on YouTube trying to get hits because you're trying to chime in for the people that you know will follow you just mindlessly. Here's the thing, he's not attacking the fans. He's making a point. Why is he so frustrated? He's not just doing it because he's an idiot and he's angry. That's not some angry rant just for being angry. He is frustrated just like me and so many others of us have gotten sick and tired of all these people taking over Star Wars and making it toxic and then turning around and telling us, oh, you guys are the toxic ones. I'm not the one spreading the negativity. I'm trying to find something positive in it. You obviously don't know the definition of toxicity. This guy nails it right on the head, right out the gate. And I love it. He's just like, look, this is what it is. This is not affirmation. This is information. You need to listen to this because this is the way it is. Landon, you got anything to say?
No.
He was in Rebels where they brought out the Grey Jedi, and he even said that that's just fan stuff. I mean, it's
look,
all of it.
I get it. It's a fun thing to talk about, right? But Grey Jedis do not exist. Everybody, look, I'm like the Star Wars guy of all my friends, right?
It was the fantasy side of Rebels that was fun, but it wasn't canon.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing, is they've never said Grey Jedi. There's people who make choices.
We assumed because of their attire and their sabers.
Well, and they say that because there's people who ride this fine line like Ahsoka, right? She left the Jedi Order, and so she's kind of in the middle.
No lukewarm Jedi.
She didn't go over to be a Sith. She's not using the dark side.
There's good or bad. There's no lukewarm Jedi.
There isn't. And look, I understand why.
The only one that's lukewarm is
the Tauntaun.
Yeah. I get it, right? I understand what you guys mean by a Grey Jedi. But, I have people all the time, so what's a Grey Jedi? Well, that doesn't really exist. Well, but I saw this and saw this. Well, I'm sorry, but you know what? It's a made-up thing. It's not real.
Fan-made.
It's fan-made. These people, and that's the problem with people and their complaints about the Disney trilogy.
People have taken the fan-made that it's the actual truth, and it's not.
Yes, everybody's had all their speculation about who Snoke was and who Rey's parents were and who Kylo would turn out to be. And then when that didn't happen in The Last Jedi, y'all just blew your minds and just was like, oh my God, we're just going to be mad at everybody now. Because here's the thing, you don't know what you want. When The Force Awakens came out, all these people, same people said, oh, it's too much like A New Hope. It's just a retread of everything. We want something new and fresh. So what happens? You get something new and fresh with new powers, new abilities.
I like the new and fresh.
Oh, it's not enough like Star Wars. It's not what I always like to see. They didn't make Snoke Darth Plagueis like I expected, so it's wrong. Shut up with that. Sure, I would have loved for Snoke to be Darth Plagueis too. I'm a fanboy. I get all that stuff. But you know what? We don't dictate what it is. So if it turns out to be half of what we like or what we thought, we're doing good. But enjoy what it actually is. Y'all can go follow Mike Zero and everything that he pulls out of his butt on a weekly basis and gets 100,000 views on. But you know what? Yeah, etc. But you can't handle the truth. Isaac.
On that note,
I don't really have anything new to say. It's pretty much just there's always gonna be toxicity in a fan base.
Yes.
Overwatch there's a lot of toxicity there. Pokemon, even though it's a kids company, there's still a lot of toxicity
On Pokemon?
There. Yeah.
Fortnite.
There's always
Pika
people,
Pika.
There's always people criticizing it. Like when Pokemon moved to Disney XD, people were like, "Oh, I hate the animation style. Oh, I hate how they're changing the story."
Fortnite.
And also for the game, they're always like, "Oh, they need to add this for it to be good," or "Oh, they shouldn't have added this. The game's gonna be horrible." And there's always people boycotting something for that.
Exactly.
And even Fortnite, like you said, there's
Yeah.
always people like, "Oh yeah, this gun sucks. Oh, this gun's good." There's always people.
Never played Fortnite again because they got that one gun.
Well, there's people that actually do that. It's like, "Oh, it sucks,
Yeah.
and we're done playing it. And I'm supporting them."
And then like criticize everyone that plays the game.
Yeah.
The same way that these people.
Well, because you
are
can't
Star Wars.
enjoy it anymore.
Exactly.
Because
If
they
you
don't.
enjoy it, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Because they don't
Apparently.
enjoy it.
Apparently.
Even in the MLB,
Just because you're miserable doesn't mean we all are miserable.
even in the MLB, like as soon as the team starts doing good, everyone's like, "Oh, the pitcher was tipping pitches," or "Oh, someone starts hitting more home runs. Oh, they're on steroids."
Yeah.
People
It's
can't
like
just
there's always
enjoy it
gonna
for
be-
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that I've like thought of is like, this is like their story. This is their ideas, and we're just experiencing them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sometimes they make choices that I don't agree with. Sometimes they do things that I wouldn't have done. But guess what? I didn't pay $4.5 billion for it. So guess what? I don't get to make those decisions. And neither does George Lucas anymore. And you know what? All of you out there who are saying, "Oh, but poor George." Well, guess what? George sold it. And you know why he sold it? Because of fans. The fans drove George Lucas to sell Star Wars because he knew that people hated what he was doing because people panned on the prequels so bad that it forced George, because George knew that everybody was mad, and that's why he wanted to give it to Disney in the first place, was because he figured that they would be able to do something different with it, that everybody would go with that instead of what his vision had been for these other things. He knew going in that they weren't going to use his stories. Was he disappointed? I'm sure. But guess what? When you sell it for $4.5 billion
There's
plus,
no takesies,
plus,
backsies.
plus stock options, and you sell them scripts too, guess what? You don't get to decide.
I don't think he took a breath.
But you just sit back and get that Star Wars money.
They made a movie about it
He's
even
got that
called
Star
The
Wars
People
money.
versus George Lucas. If you got a problem with me saying that it's the fans who drove George Lucas to sell it and it's your all fault, watch the movie The People versus George Lucas and then come back and tell me how it's not the fans' fault. You all forced George and Star Wars into
Pun
the hands of
intended.
Disney. And now if you don't like it, tough, because Disney ain't selling it back. Disney ain't giving it back. They've got Star Wars now, and you better get on board. And I don't say you have to like everything. And when I say get on board, I don't mean that you just have to just mindlessly go along with everything. But you know what? Offer some constructive criticism. Offer some positivity. Stop trying to act like everything they do is attacking the fans and hurting the fans and singling you out personally. Stop it. Just stop it. Like Freddie said, just because a girl is flying the Millennium Falcon doesn't mean that it's a bunch of feminist crap that is a bunch of woke junk. That's not what we're talking about here. We are talking about a story that is evolving over 9 parts, and you've only seen 8, and you've already cursed the 9th one. That's your problem, not the rest of us. Sorry, tune in next week when we have 3,000 subscribers. No, seriously, I don't want any of you to go, and you know what? Some of you may get mad at me. I don't know, but here's the thing: is I'm just frustrated with this because this is something that I am passionate about, that I love, and I want to be good, and I want to make a positive change instead of being negative all the time. I'm tired of saying the word Star Wars and then being told, everybody I say it to, not everybody, because there's lots of great people out there who are very supportive of Star Wars still and love it. But I'm tired of doing things like going out for Force Friday.
Yeah.
Going out for Force Friday last week and having people say, "Oh, why'd you go out for Force Friday? That's stupid. Nobody wants those toys anyways." Guess what? Somebody wants those toys because there's lots of people out there and there's plenty of videos on YouTube of people who went out for Force Friday. We still love toys. You know, I'm tired of people, yeah, and I'm going to single them out again, you know what, and I don't care. But Jeremy making a video from Geeks and Gamers saying that, you know, it was about a month before the toys came out saying, no, you know what, they don't even have a Star Wars section in Walmart anymore. Well, duh, because they get rid of old merchandise before they put out the new merchandise. It happens literally, it's happened every time a new movie comes out.
Yep.
You're just trying to chase a narrative. You're trying to push something to make people believe something and get behind you, and then people end up believing every little piece of crap. That's why you can go watch a Mike Zero video, and his video, and it could be the most outlandish, crazy stuff. I mean, if you listen to Mike Zero right now, everything in the world is going to be in the next movie. I mean, everybody's coming back. Everybody's doing everything possibly that you can imagine. It's going to probably be a 2-week long movie. You're going to have to set up camp there because everything's in it. And you still got people posting in his comment section going, oh yeah, I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome. And then if they don't do that, boy, I'm going to be mad. Then it's your own fault. If you're setting yourself up for that, it's your own fault. This was a tremendous video. Thank you, Freddie Prince Jr.
Yes.
We stand with you. Hey, look, you know, maybe clean up the language a little bit. But, man, the sentiment is there, and I get it, and I understand it. That's all I got. I'm spent.
I know. I think he needs a nap.
I'm so glad that this came out. This is a game changer, I think. I think this is a catalyst.
If he has any more videos, I am all there.
I think this is a catalyst for change.
Yes, it is.
So, hey guys, if you're still around, we would love for you to subscribe. We would love for you to be a part of our channel. We would love for you to follow us on social media. Let us know what you guys think down in the comment section.
Maybe we need to make t-shirts and make it be hashtag we stand with Freddie.
Hashtag I stand with Freddie, because it's so true. But do all those things. You know what? Like I said, follow us on social media. Let us know what you guys think. We would love to hear from you. We respect everybody's opinion. We just want to keep it positive. We
just have some passionate opinions when it comes to certain things.
I love Star Wars, and I will always love Star Wars, and you'll never take Star Wars away from me. Well, guys, until next time, my name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, along with the lovely
Tiftastic.
Or what do you like to be called sometimes?
Grand Tif Tarkin.
Oh, that's right. And of course,
Landon Calrissian.
and
Isaac One Kenobi.
saying hashtag we stand with Freddie. Till next time, bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.